Hey, what is up, Trojan fans? Welcome to the USC LAFB show. I am one of your hosts, Ryan Dyrud. Quick little recruiting update. So I just wanted to jump on here real fast. We'll have our main show with Coach and the Madman here again soon. Sorry, it's been a little crazy schedule with the off season, not as our usual, strict like Monday, Thursday, Sunday during the season, but just fluid and it's just a lot going on right now. So hope everyone out there staying dry. Rainy day here in the Southland, much needed rain. Praying that we don't get any crazy mudslides, but the rain is definitely wanted and needed after the fires that we've all talked about, and hope everyone is doing well and recovering from all that. And so I hope everyone is well. But thank you as always for taking the time hanging out with me. Like I said, we're going to do a quick recruiting update. This will be a short, quick one. We have all this information up on LAFBnetwork.com. All your best USC stuff you can find right there when it comes to recruiting or any news or rumors or anything like that. That's LAFBnetwork.com. If you're listening on audio and you have not been to our YouTube channel, USC LAFB is the channel. Head there and hit that like and subscribe button. Or if you're on video and you want to go see audio, just search Salute to Troy anywhere you get your podcast, and you can find us there. So, show, as always, brought to you by my good friends at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag, where the game starts. All the best money lines, spreads, every sport you can think of. Got Lakers basketball, Kings hockey, Dodgers baseball coming back, Clippers, Ducks, Angels, USC basketball, right? We got the big, depending when you watch this, the huge matchup tonight. Number 6 women of Troy taking on the number 1 UCLA women's Bruin team. Should be a great one. Rivalry is always the best. The best rivalry in college sports is USC-UCLA. But anyway, all of that you can do on betonline.ag. Tell them the LAFB network sent you. All right, so commitment came in yesterday for the 2026 class. Lesser known name, lesser stars, right? 3-star. He's a two-way player, plays tight end on offense, plays edge and defensive line on defense. But a 3-star local Andrew Williams out of, let me have it here, high school, John C. Fremont High School in LA, just a few miles from USC's campus. This is exciting, I think, for two reasons. A, versatility. Now, I believe he will end up playing defense, playing edge. He was offered officially by Coach Henderson. So that makes you think that will make that pretty much says he's going to play defensive side of the ball on his next field. But is a really versatile player, obviously, playing tight end as well. He finished just last year with 80 tackles, 10 of those for loss, 9 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. And then he also had 12 total touchdowns on offense. But he's a big body, 6'5", 220 pounds, entering his senior year. So he's only going to put more weight on. I mean, you could see this kid by the time fall of 26 rolls around, if he gets on campus in the spring. It would not shock me if this kid's 6'5", like 250, 260 even. So definitely a good frame for what you can mold and what you can grow. So I think that's really exciting that a guy that maybe flew a little under the radar, he's a local kid, he continues to cement the truth that USC has truly embodied and put an emphasis on recruiting, California. And we're seeing it in real time now. This is now, of the 9 commits in the 2026 class, 7 of them are Cali kids. That's huge, considering, I don't have it in front of me, but I think the 25 class was like less than 40% of the commits were Cali kids, over 60% out-of-state kids. And now it's still a long way to go, but early returns, 7 of 9 Cali kids. And the 2 non-Cali kids are really, really good players. I mean, the number 1 player in their class is out of Georgia. Number 1 linebacker in the class. So that is the strategy that a lot of people have wanted USC to do, that USC should do. And now that Chad Bowden has said they're going to do, that Chad Savage has said they're going to do, that Lincoln Riley has alluded to what they're building over the past 3 years, but we haven't seen it, but now it's coming to fruition, that you build your class in Cali, but you still add some of the top prospects from around the country to supplement. Because, as I said, I think last show, Like you still have to go get players out of state. As good as Cali is, you're going to lose some. Kids just want to go elsewhere, right? Like I went out of state. I wanted to see something new. Some kids are like that. Some kids want to stay home, and as long as they get offered, they'll stay here. Some kids want to like go experience other things, so that you're going to lose some. And then, as we've said, there's just, the trenches are just built a little different in the South. Like you can just get some bigger kids down in Georgia or Louisiana or Texas or Florida. Running backs are just built different in Texas, it seems like. Just like great running backs. There's really good receivers here in Cali, but there's also good ones in Florida. Like, so you got to still do out of state, but if you can recruit at a 65, 70, 75% clip in Cali, USC will be a top contender every single year. So it's just further embodies that. What also is cool about it is at the time, now other schools reportedly were growing interested in Williams. Schools like Alabama, schools like UCLA, Arizona State, Michigan State, Minnesota. So some top schools were growing interested. But as of yesterday, his only other offers were Colorado State and San Diego State. And if you remember, Colorado State, their lead recruiter, and especially in the Southern California region, was now USC tight end coach Chad Savage. So I haven't spoken to the staff yet. I want to get confirmation, but speculating, it seems obvious that Savage had obviously recruited Williams while he was at Colorado State. He hadn't committed, but recruited him, built a relationship, because Savage has said many times how important relationship building is in the recruiting process, and it's why he has such good relationships in the Southern California high school ranks, why coaches love him. And so when he came to SC, I'm sure it was real easy, convince the USC staff, hey, this kid is good. Like, yeah, I was recruiting at Colorado State. I know at USC is an upper echelon, but this kid has talent. And so it made it easy. And then it made it easy when USC came calling, like, oh, guess what? This coach that you've built this relationship with, Chad Savage, is on our staff. Now, whether Chad Savage recruited him as a tight end at Colorado State and now he's going to play edge at USC, that I don't know. But Savage was involved in all recruiting, not just tight end or receiver recruiting at Colorado State. He was the recruiter of the year in the Mountain West 3 years in a row. So I think we're already seeing the prowess that he has in recruiting, in relationship building. The fact that a kid he had built a relationship with was offered, he convinced SC to offer him, and within hours, he committed to SC. Because those that don't know, Williams was offered yesterday morning by USC and committed yesterday afternoon, or it was announced. It could have been on the spot. I don't know. But he announced that he was offered, and then a few hours later, it announced that he was committed. So that tells you that, obviously, he wanted to go to USC. Like, it's the school 4 miles down the road from him, loves it. Why wouldn't you want to go to USC? There's the staying power. Family can stay there. But 2, the relationship he had with Chad Savage obviously was something strong, and then getting to play with the likes of Coach Henne speaks for itself. So, I think the player itself is good. It's an underrated 3-star. Another one of these kids that flew under the radar, or has flown under the radar, but has some good production in high school, and a guy you can mold and potentially grow into a solid rotational piece on that defensive line in years to come, because he has the size you need, and now it's about developing him into the skill set is required to play Big Ten football. So, good one there. Hey, what's going on, family? Got to quickly tell you about our friends over at Underdog Fantasy, new sponsor and friend of the show. One of the most fun games out there, fantasy games you can do in the industry today. Super easy to do. Go to the App Store or go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Download today. Use our promo code LAFB, or you can just click the link in the description wherever you are watching. That promo code is going to give the new user that you have just become a free pick, one free pick, and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's free money. Up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Why would you not want to do that for a simple deposit? Just make sure to use that promo code LAFB or click the link below. The game is super easy. It's super fun. Pick 2 to 8 players in a game. Go ahead and go with the higher or lower, whether they're going to have more passing yards, touchdowns, receiving yards, rushing yards, any of that. It's a lot of fun. And just choose higher or lower. That's easy with the opportunity to win. So go to Underdog Fantasy today. Promo code LAFB gets you a free entry and up to a $1,000 bonus cash. One other one I wanted to mention before getting out of here. Another player has entered the transfer portal. This will be the 22nd player to enter. Not super surprising. Sad in the sense that he's just been he's been here for 7 years. So Solomon Tuliaupupu, I always say those names horribly, so I apologize. Solo, as everyone calls him, but is entering the portal. Eligible for his 8th year. 2 medical, 1 true redshirt year, 2 medical redshirt years. Injured in 2023 again. He only played 2 seasons, 22 and last year. So you feel for the young man so much for what he's had to go through in his college career. Being at SC, he was recruited in 2018, a top 55 recruit out of Mater Dei. Super talented kid. And just got that bad luck. That's what this game, what makes sports in general. Life in general, right? There's so many people so talented, have so much upside, and just have all these obstacles thrown at him. And that was one for Solo. Just could not stay healthy. Had foot surgery, had knee injuries, but essentially missed 4 years or 5 years of injury, or 4 years. 1 was a true redshirt, 4 injured years, and then played 2. Last season finished, I think, with 13 tackles and 1 sack. So did get some playing time last year. So sad to see him go because, he's been here through Clay Helton, with Lincoln Riley, through COVID. He's been a mainstay of this program for a long time. Like I said, entering his 8th year for college football. For him, though, it is probably the best move if he wants to continue playing football, which I'm assuming that's why he's doing this, is he wants, 1 more year to play, whether it's a year to put film to go play in some professional league, or whether it's just, the love for the game to play 1 more year, because the way SC has built this defensive line, it was going to be tough for him to get on the field, healthy or not. When you see what they've added in terms of the 24 class, in terms of this 25 class, that, guys in the 25 class are going to play. Jakeem Stewart's going to get on the field this year as a true freshman. But then just from last year, Jade Abisari, Carlin Jones, specifically at edge, Anthony Lucas returning, Braylan Shelby. Obviously, Solo was more of an edge, could play tackle. He wasn't that big tackle, but he could play on the inside. But obviously, they've added, Jaw Jarrett and Keyshawn Silver. So it's a really, really deep defensive line room. And so had he stayed, it would have been tough for him to get on the field. And so for him, whatever the reasoning is, if it's putting film, if it's just love of the game, playing 1 more year, it makes sense that he goes somewhere that he could, maybe it's a program where he can start, which would be great. So sad to see him go. I think it makes sense for both sides, somewhere that he can get some playing time. So, and obviously he's entering as, I don't know if it's a medical transfer or a grad transfer, which is why he's able to do it with this non-transfer portal window, which won't open again for another month or so. So yeah, hats off, Solo. Thank you for the 7 great years, and wish you nothing but the best. So that's it. Quick little recruiting update there for you. Like I said, I'll be back with Coach and Madman here very soon. See any other news breaks with SC. There's always something, a lot of visits scheduled, which we'll talk about probably next week. Some big time visits of kids coming in. You remember March was the month, obviously they ended up losing them, but March was the month that Justice Terry, Isaiah Gibson, some of these big 5-star guys committed to SC last year. And so March is a big recruiting month, and you get some big visits in here. But guys are also scheduling visits for June and whatnot. Ryder Lyons is going to be scheduling a visit, an official visit here soon, quarterback. So we'll have all that updated information. All of it is on LAFBnetwork.com, like I said, but obviously we'll update you here on the USC LAFB YouTube channel. So thank you as always, everyone. Really appreciate it. Big thanks to Bet Online. Big thanks to Underdog Fantasy for helping support the show. And as always, big thank you to you for supporting the show. This would not be possible without all of you. So for that, I am Ryan Dyrud. Everyone have a great weekend. Stay dry. Fight on.